Reconnect due to poor wireless. What does that mean? Okay, we're live. You're live. We're building an audience for you. Well, hang on. There's nothing happening yet.
Nothing?
I've never done this before. So
Are we live?
Are we live or are we Memorex?
Or are we live? Somebody tell me.
Oh, hey, there. I see little blue thumbs
Cool.
floating by.
It's John Petrucci. I believe we're live. Facebook Live. I'm on tour with the Astonishing Live. Everything's live. It's Halloween live. And I'm at the Murat Theater in Indianapolis, where we're playing the Astonishing Live tonight. So whoever's coming, we'll see you tonight. If you're not coming, you don't have a ticket, you can still get tickets. So come on down. Anyway, it's Halloween, as you can see. The guitar vault is decorated appropriately. And
Carl says sweet.
anyway, yes, it is sweet, Carl. It's literally sweet because... Oh wait, not in there. We actually have candy. So it's literally sweet. Anyway, I'm happy to take any questions, so fire away. Your side of the stage.
Pear says, hey John, cheers from Denmark.
Thanks. Hello from
Michael
America
Costa.
to Denmark.
Michael Costa says, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Michael. Thanks. Speaking of Denmark, we have lots of cool TC Electronics, or IC. There's no S. TC Electronic gear that I use here on stage playing live. But this is what the world looks like back here if you're wondering. The guitar vault, my rack of gear, pumpkins, witches, and all that good stuff.
We're supposed to remind them that this video will be available later on the Facebook page.
Oh, yes. We'll remind you, this video will be available later on today on the Facebook page.
Someone just asked, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
What's my favorite Halloween movie? A Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? Jack Skellington? I'm going to eat some candy while we do this.
What's up, John? When is Dream Theater coming to Tulsa? That's Cliff Green.
Hey, Cliff Green. We just played in Tulsa. No? Different.
A couple weeks, I think, we're there.
Didn't we just play? Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I was thinking about Toledo. It's with a T. Very soon. A couple of weeks. Don't listen to me. I don't know where I'm going.
How do I go back to that one? Oh, yeah, Anders Monkhog
Anders.
says, hi, John. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Are you
Halloween.
still using the TC1210 2290?
Am I still using the TC 1210 2290? No, I'm not, but I am using the TC Dreamscape pedal, which is my signature pedal that's based on the same algorithms to that, because the 2290 and the 1210 are two of my favorite older pieces. The SCF pedal is another one that we base my pedal on. So I have the magic of those pieces in my pedal, and there's two of them in the rig, and they sound awesome. Thanks for the question.
All right, Michael Hominga.
Hi, Michael.
What is your favorite band at the moment?
What is my favorite band at the moment? You know, I get asked that question a lot, and I always draw a blank because I'm not really one that pursues a lot of new music. Like if something kind of gets sent my way and I get turned on to it, then I'll start listening to it if it's something I like. But I don't know if I have a specific favorite band at the moment. I'm sorry. I need a better answer to that question. I get asked that question a lot, and I always have a insufficient answer. So sorry about that. Maybe you can turn me on to a band. Suggest a band. You know, there's a lot of great music out there.
So Dean Franklin would like to know, what metal song represents Halloween the most according to you?
Hi, Dean Franklin. What metal song represents Halloween the most Oh my God. What metal song represents Halloween the most? I don't know. Black Sabbath, maybe. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I don't know. What's a good Halloween song? A good Halloween metal song. You guys know? I'm not totally sure. We have our own Nightmare song, A Nightmare to Remember. That's kind of Halloween-ish, but that's a Dream Theater song. Other bands, I'm not really sure.
Oscar Garcia would like to know any news regarding JP17 Colors.
Hey, Oscar Garcia. Thanks for asking about the guitars, the Ernie Ball Music Man guitars. We have the Majesties and a couple of other models behind me that are beautiful, some of the artisans and other colors. The news as to the new colors for 2017 will be definitely announced at NAMM, at the NAMM show in Anaheim come January in 2017. I'm not sure if those colors will be previewed before. I recently did a photo session in California where we did take some sort of candid pictures of the new guitars, and they're absolutely gorgeous. They're the most beautiful instruments so far in the series, so I'm really excited about it. But we'll have to wait on Ernie Ball Music Man for that.
Michael Millen asks, show at NJ Pack was amazing. Are you thinking about doing another epic song in the future, or a live set where you play them on the next tour?
What was the name of that?
Michael Millen.
Michael Millen, thank you. I'm glad you came to the show in New Jersey. That was a fun show. As far as what we're doing in the future, I mean, this is our last run of the Astonishing, really, in its entirety. We're taking this up through December 5th. We end in North Carolina, and that'll pretty much be it for this. I mean, next year we are planning on touring, and things are going to change up a lot, and we're still working on what that will be exactly, but it'll definitely be different. And yeah, I mean, we have a lot of epic songs in our catalog that we would love to perform and bring back, and a lot of favorites of ours to play, favorites of fans. So yeah, you'll be sure to be hearing some more songs other than the songs from this current tour, The Astonishing. As fun as it's been. Thanks for the question.
Let's see. Corey Ferraro says, hey John, my wife and I are celebrating our first wedding anniversary and are huge Dream Theater fans. Hope you have a great show. Happy Halloween, Corey and Kat.
Hey Corey, how are you? Happy anniversary to your wife and yourself. Hope you guys have a great anniversary. I'm assuming it's Halloween. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. My wife and I just recently celebrated our 23rd wedding anniversaries. So you're a long way, but your first one is 1 year closer to that. And it's a lot of fun, so congratulations.
Cool. We have a PSA from the home office.
PSA from the home office.
To remind everyone that we are posting many images and videos from the tour on Instagram.
Yes, so Dream Theater's Instagram has been really busy lately. We have been posting a lot of images and video from the current tour. As I said, tonight we're in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Murat Theater. Show is at 8 o'clock, and if you haven't seen it, come on down. Uh-oh, I think the Phantom of the Opera's over there. Yeah, check out our Instagram for lots of images, videos, cool behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's fun.
Scott Snyder would like to know, how many Taylors do you have on this tour?
Scott Snyder, how you doing? Thanks for the question. I have 2 Taylor guitars on this tour. One of them is right over here, without breaking it. It's the Taylor 916 CE. There's actually a lot of acoustic sections on this current album. And this is the same guitar that I used in the studio to record. And the other one, I just bashed the pumpkin, is the Taylor 12-string 8 think it's an 812. Is that correct, Maddie?
856.
856. See how wrong I am? So, to answer your question, I have $2 from on the tour with me right now. All right.
Let's see. Oh, Nicholas Hernandez would like to know what's the meaning of misunderstood.
Hi, Nicholas Hernandez. How are you? What's the meaning behind misunderstood? Misunderstood was written as a commentary on the idea that very famous people who are surrounded by a lot of people because of what they do, whether it be actors or musicians or sports stars, oftentimes go through very deep feelings of loneliness and isolation, which is really, really ironic, because you would think if they had all those people, surrounding them and adoring them, how can they feel lonely? And I remember an interview that Billy Joel did once where he said it was just so surreal, where he'd go from playing a stadium show, where you might have tens of thousands of people, and then he gets whisked to the hotel, and then he's by himself in his hotel room, watching TV or eating some room service, and it was just like a really weird juxtaposition of the two different sort of feelings of being surrounded by and looked upon by so many people, and then just being really isolated by yourself. So that was the inspiration for writing Misunderstood. Thanks for the question.
All right. Mirko Fada would like to know, will you be at NAMM 2017?
Mirko Fada, thanks for the question. Yes, I'll be at NAMM 2017 for sure. We'll be introducing the new line of 2017 Majesties and new colors and finishes and a whole bunch of other things. So yes, I will be there. I'm sure there'll be some signing sessions set up, and it's always a lot of fun. Can you guys hear that? It's either a ghost or it's James LaBrie warming up in the hallways. Anyway, there he is. I hear there are ghosts here, though. I don't know. It is Halloween.
All right. Alex Baccanelli, what is your favorite DT song?
Hi, Alex Baccanelli. It's
I hope I said that right.
really hard to pick a favorite Dream Theater song because, not only are there so many now, but certain songs are favorites in different parts of my life, I find. Currently we're on tour with The Astonishing, having a lot of fun. Every night I look forward to playing A New Beginning. I think I'm selfish because it has a really long guitar solo at the end, so that's one of my favorites. From other albums, The Spirit Carries On is a favorite of mine to play. Dark Eternal Night. I don't know. There's Metropolis is always fun to play. It's hard to pick a favorite, but those are some of my favorites, I guess. I was going to say that we sort of like to have as much fun as we can, as serious of an album that this is, when we're not playing. And so Maddie, my guitar tech, has decorated the guitar ball in a very special way. So we got candy, we got witches, we got pumpkins, we got this guy. So it is Halloween.
Alex Lima would like to know, how do you keep your endurance level at such a high level when it comes to touring?
Hi, Alex. That's a great question. Touring is definitely very taxing, I guess, on your body and your psyche. You're moving around a lot. I guess what I often say is touring is really mostly travel. The show, even if it's a longer show, that's only 3 hours of the day. The rest of the day is travel. It's getting from one place to the next. So whether that's bus, car, airplane, whatever it happens to be. So you're constantly changing environments and changing. If you're traveling a lot, you might be even changing weather conditions and things like that. So it's the typical cliche. You have to try to eat right, this candy is a bad example, but try to eat right, exercise. Most of the guys, we do exercise, we work out, and that helps. And then just sort of prepare yourself leading up to the show. You know, a lot of us do like a lot of kind of mellow, slow practicing, or I know James likes to sing in a falsetto kind of way before he hits the stage, which kind of loosens up his voice. And it all is leading up to performance. So I think that's the best thing for endurance. And a good cup of coffee, like a half hour before you go on stage. Some espresso, that also works. Jordan, you want to come in?
Are you on live?
We're live.
We're
Jordan
live.
just walked by. Here he is.
Hello, everyone. What's going on?
You know this guy, the wizard.
There you go. Should have had my hat with me.
Yeah.
I can borrow this one. It's a cool hat.
Yeah, there you go. You never know who's going to stop by on stage left.
Yep.
This is the coolest side of the stage, so.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't blame you for visiting.
God, I always thought my side was the coolest side.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't want to tell you anything.
With that bad music, I'm out of here. All right.
Cool. All right.
Bye-bye, everybody.
So, Dan Beamerman,
Yep.
hey John, what is your favorite Majesty guitar?
Hi, Dan. Currently, my favorite Majesty guitar, which is my Ernie Ball Music Man signature guitar, is the Artisan series. So, let's see. I play a lot of 7-string on the Astonishing Tour. So this is one of them. So this is the Artisan Majesty, which is kind of like a really classy violin type of stained finish, gold hardware, ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, just gorgeous, beautiful work of art, and they sound unbelievable. So that's my latest favorite. And then also, I would be remiss not to bring up the JP16, which this is actually technically the latest one.
This is good because
Yes.
Matt Kobeski
Okay.
asks, did you go back to the Floyd Rose for any particular reason?
Hi, Matt. Thanks for asking about the Floyd Rose. That's perfect timing. This is a JP16 that has, it's the only guitar in my line that has a Floyd Rose. It has a beautiful roasted maple neck, which I can't stop looking at as I'm playing, and it's all basswood. So the Floyd I brought back just because none of my guitars have a locking tremolo system with a Floyd, and it's just a different feel and a different vibe. And I used to play guitars with Floyds, and I kind of just like that for certain things. And in the past, we've even though they haven't become made available for the public, we put a Floyd on one of my guitars. I think we might have done it to like a 13 or something. Am I right? Yeah. Maddie's shaking his head. And so we had fun. I even used on what's the song on the self-titled that I used the blue guitar with the Floyd. Do you remember?
Looking
Maddie?
Glass.
Looking Glass. Thank
Yeah.
you. And there's a Floyd on that solo. So there's a certain kind of I call it almost like an elasticy or rubbery vibe that this tremolo has, and so we wanted to put it on one of my guitars. So if you're a player that likes Floyd's, the 16 is the one. It's the only one actually, and it's really cool. You can do some cool stuff.
So we have another PSA from the home office
Yes.
before we get to another question.
All right, PSA from the home office.
The new single with Lizzie Hale is available to listen on YouTube.
Yes, so as you know, on this album, there are many songs. I think there's 34 or so, but one of them that happens really late on in Act 2 is a real positive, cool, more straight-ahead-ish rock song that really sums up the ending of the story, and it features, as far as characters, Gabriel and Faith. So we always thought it would be cool at some point to have different voices sing some of the parts, and in this case, when we were talking about releasing singles and Our New World was the choice, we wanted to have a female voice on it. So we asked Lizzie Hale, who's an amazing singer, and she said yes, and recorded basically Faith's vocal part, and that song can be heard on YouTube. You can request it, You can hear it on satellite radio. You call up your radio stations, request a song, and it came out really cool. So it's Our New World, featuring Lizzie Hale, and it came out great.
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson?
The Brian Johnson.
Whoa, Brian Johnson.
What is your favorite Rush song?
Back in Black. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Brian Johnson. My favorite Rush song, I'm a huge Rush fan. Again, it's so hard to pick one song. I love Hemispheres. I mean, that kind of says it all. It's a great song right there if I had to pick one, but it's hard. There's so many amazing ones. Do we have any waters anywhere?
Yeah.
We do.
I think around the other side. Oh, here we go.
Thank you. Cool. I love the questions. Keep them coming. Again, right now I'm on stage left at the Murat. I hope I'm saying that right. Theater in Indiana. We're playing tonight at 8 o'clock.
I hope I say this right.
Okay.
Ugg McBride.
Ugg McBride.
Can you say happy birthday to my girlfriend Angela, which was 2 days ago?
Oh, happy birthday, Angela. That's from your boyfriend. Through me. Hope you had a great birthday. October birthdays are cool. My daughter Kiara has an October birthday. It's a great time of the month.
Jamie Butler would like to know, what B string size do you use?
What B string size? I use a 56 on my 7 string. So the string gauge I use are gauge 10 through 46, so that's regular slinky size in Ernie Ball terms. And so the low E is a 46, so I just added 10, and we use a 56. And it seems to kind of balance out the guitar right for me. All the strings sort of retain the same feeling and tension as the 6 string with that 56 B string on there. I know some guys will go like a bit heavier, like a 60 or heavier, but to me the 56 works fine.
Okay. Christiana Jean Armstrong would like to know, she says, love from Halifax, Nova Scotia. How do you balance family life while touring? How do you keep the spark alive?
Hi, Christiana. Armstrong is actually my sister's name. So I know that name. Her husband's family's name. But yeah, the balance of touring and family is crucial. I mean, this has been a career that I've had for many years now, and I've been touring since '92, I would say, and you know, it's creating the balance is something that has to be worked on. You know, when my kids were younger, we would bring them out on tour. My wife would come out on tour, and for as much as we can, they'd come out on the road on the tour bus. And we have 3 kids. They're older now. A couple are in college. One is going to be graduating high school, and their lives are busier, so it's harder. But it's still, my wife comes out. I even go home as often as I can if I'm in the U.S. and there's breaks in the tour. That's a way that I find balance. I'll fly home even if it's tough and you might be, you know, running around. I'll find those pockets of time to do that. My wife is amazing, and she, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this without her support. And she's an incredible musician with her own career and life, and she's busy too. So the balance is difficult, but you got to keep that spark alive. You got to, you know, make the effort. Like I said, come out, go home, make all events important, try to be there, and I try to record pretty close to home so I could commute, things like that. So those are all things that are really important to me. But thanks for the question.
So Harry Dakalas.
Okay,
Guess-
Harry. How you doing, Harry?
Boy, I'm sorry, Harry.
All right.
On that one.
We didn't get your name right at the end, but
Any particular piece of gear that has accompanied you during the years that you can't live without?
any piece of gear that has accompanied me during the years that I can't live without. You know, I've been lucky enough to have developed all this incredible gear with companies that who I've known and used their products forever now. These are guys that are like family to me. So all the gear that I play, I can't live without. And I mean that, for real. But there is like kind of this little secret weapon that I really like, and that we never do without on tour. And it's this little product that's called Finger Ease. It's kind of a fun little secret weapon. We spray it on the guitars, on the fretboard, and on the back, and it just kind of, I don't know, it makes it nice and slick. And we always have this with us, so it's a little secret weapon. But all the gear that I play, I'm so proud of. Couldn't imagine playing a show without my Music Man guitar, without my boogie, and all the other things that I've been able to develop. I've used Jazz 3 Dunlop picks forever. I would never use another pick. We have a new signature one out. That's a little bit of a variation that's unbelievable. I mean, I can go on and on, but yeah, they're all amazing. All amazing stuff. Thanks for the question.
Mohammed Mezgani, was there a moment in your career when you thought you reached the top technically?
Was there a moment in my career, Mohammed asks, where I felt I reached the top technically? I feel like I'm always working on it. There was a period during the writing of the Train of Thought album where there's like a lot of super shred going on. I blame Rusty Cooley for that because I met Rusty and it kind of like he's over the top with his playing. Made me want to explore that side more, even though it's been something I've always been into, shred guitar. But yeah, so a lot of the solos on the Train of Thought album are pretty hairy as far as technique. But it's something that I'm always working on and always trying to improve upon. And it's a funny thing. It's like guitar is weird. Even if you've been playing for a long time, and I talk about this with Mike and Jordan and John and James, it's like some days it's all there and it just like flows naturally, and other days maybe not so much, and you kind of can't figure it out. You're like, oh well, I ate steak the night before and I played great, and then you'll eat steak again and you play like crap, and well, I didn't get enough sleep, and then you play great, and you got too much sleep and you play like crap. I don't know. There's kind of no rhyme or reason to it, so that's why it's important to constantly like keep working on it, keep evolving, keep pushing your limits and keeping your technique up. Otherwise, you kind of it won't be there for you. It's something that you have to depend on when you play. You want it to come out the way you expect it to. So yeah, I'm constantly striving and trying to continue to work on the craft of guitar playing. I love it.
Okay, we've got time for a couple more here before we sign off.
Yep.
Kirsten Murphy, hi John. How much does working with Jordan bring out creativity and inspiration when writing?
Kirsten Murphy, thanks for the question. Working with Jordan is unbelievable. There is this musical chemistry that is unlike any other, and every time I hear him play, or we get together and we start writing, it's like immediate creativity, immediate inspiration. It's they call it like a chemistry. There's like a musical chemistry where you just kind of get where the other person is coming from, and so I think some of the best work that both of us do is our collaborative work. So I absolutely love playing with Jordan, writing with Jordan, being in the band with Jordan. It's amazing. It makes me a better musician, a better player, a better writer. And something like the Astonishing that we're doing now, we wouldn't have been able to really create this any other way. And the two of us wrote that in the privacy of our homes and in the studio, based on a story that I wrote, but collectively writing the musical soundtrack to the story. And Jordan was infinitely inspiring with that. So anyway, that's a great question. And couple more questions, maybe one or two. Again, I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana? No, I don't think so. Indianapolis, Indiana. It's Halloween night, and we're at the Murat Theater. We go on at 8 o'clock tonight, and it's going to be a great show. So hope to see you guys here. So we got one more question?
Yeah, one more.
All
I'm
right.
just trying to...
What do we got? I'll take some water while you're...
Yeah, I'm sorry. Lots of questions.
You want to know what temperature it is right here? I would say it's like 68 on stage left. All right, nobody asked that.
Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Daniel Aguilera Caballero.
Okay, Daniel.
Most difficult DT song to play live.
What is the most difficult DT song to play live? There are some that have their challenges. I remember playing. We haven't played it in a while, but a Stream of Consciousness from Train of Thought is a pretty hairy song to play. There are moments of Dark Eternal Night that get a little tricky, but you know, it's after a while you sort of get into a groove with the stuff, and it becomes a bit of second nature. But sometimes there are just sections of songs that are difficult. You know, the song will be cruising along fine, and all of a sudden it hits this one spot where, oh my God, this crazy thing's coming up. And so that happens too. But you know, it's some of the songs that are more challenging are where we're all collectively doing stuff that's intricate. So that's a great question.
So, all right, last one.
Oh, wait, we got one more.
We got one
Sorry,
more.
that wasn't the last one.
This is it. One
Okay,
more. This is
go.
a quick one. Norbert Kiesel.
Norbert Kiesel.
What was your funniest moment on stage?
What was my funniest moment on stage? All right, maybe this isn't really funny. It wasn't funny to me. Maybe it was funny to other people. And it's probably appropriate because it's Halloween. And it's probably inappropriate because of all the clown nonsense that's going on. But one time I was playing a show, and I hate clowns. And there was a freaking clown in the audience staring at me, like a literal, like full-on clown staring at me the whole show. I think everybody thought it was really funny. And then at one point, I think he came on stage and was behind me. I didn't really know it. So that was way before all this clowning nonsense. And I don't know, maybe it was funny. In retrospect, I guess it was funny, but it was creepy too. But it's appropriate for Halloween, so thanks for the question. And thanks so much for joining me on this Facebook Live chat. And what do you got, Maddie?
Dreamtheater.net for tour dates.
Ah, yes. Again, we're at the Murat Theater in Indianapolis tonight, 8 o'clock. And if you want to catch the astonishing live one last time, go to dreamtheater.net and go to tour to check out the tour dates. There's probably less than 20 left, something like that. Cool. Well, this was fun. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Anybody come to the show tonight, I'll see you there. And everybody else, thanks again. See you soon.
Okay.
Happy Halloween.
Signing off.
Signing.